Konnichiwa minasan! So we are now going to study writing. So for our writing exercises for today, we're going to study first hiragana. So hiragana is the most basic. So in Japan, they have three writing system. So we have the hiragana, also katakana, and the last one is we have the kanji. So in a Japanese sentence, for example, we might find the three of them in a combination. Example. Okay, so I write Watashi wa arujeru desu. So I am Argel. So now you will notice we have the hiragana here. Hiragana in blue lines. Okay, so these are hiragana. And we also have the katakana. This part is katakana. And of course, we have the kanji. So these kanji are the Chinese character. Okay, so now among the three, the most least complicated or the most easiest way for you, or the most easiest among the three, is of course the hiragana. So we will start first with the fundamental of hiragana. Why? Because you know this character, watashi wa, or watashi, sorry. It's watashi. So it means to say I. So it could be also written in the form of hiragana form. Yeah. Okay. So even though you don't know this particular kanji or particular Chinese character, but as long as you master hiragana, you can still write it. And of course, Japanese Nihonjin could also read it and understand what you're trying to say. But of course, there's an advantage of learning kanji as well, because when you learn kanji, you're not only transmitting the meaning of the words in their sounds, but also literally transmitting the meaning of the word in terms of pictures or drawing. Example is because these kanjis are normally written out of certain characters. Okay, example would be a person. Yeah, so that is person or hito. So that is a person or hito. So basically, you are not just reliant on the sound of the character, but also you are reliant on the image of the character itself. So you're transmitting both symbols and meaning, not only using sound, but literally its image. So without surprise, this character is also the same character that is being used in China to represent person, or in Chinese it's run. So it's a person. So example, Nihonjin. So that is a Japanese person. So they have the same character in Chinese, but of course there is a difference of pronunciation. Now moving aside, because kanji is much more complicated, so we are going to study first the hiragana. So we can still survive the day despite our lacking of knowledge of kanji. As long as we master hiragana, there is a long way for us to survive in Japan in our day-to-day living. Now, what are the characteristics of hiragana and what are its common use? We use hiragana. Number one is for those native Japanese words. So we have lots of native Japanese words. Example, we have ame, rain. So ame could be written in hiragana. Now, in case that you don't know the character of ame, which happens to be like this, sorry for my drawing. So literally, it's a drawing. So ame could be written both in hiragana or kanji. So in case that you don't know the kanji of the ame, it could be written in hiragana. So without surprise, there's manga, or there are some publications that are, of course, if they're dealing with complicated kanji, they must or they prefer to write the character together with a hiragana form of writing on the top or on the side. Example, that is I or love. I, sorry, I or love. That's it. I or love. So normally manga, if especially if the textbook, the manga is directed towards beginner learner or children, they often write hiragana on the top to indicate the meaning of this character, or at the side, whichever is the case. Yeah. Next use of this. So another use of this hiragana is for particles. And you know, particles are the source or the basis of our grammar in Japanese sentence. So for example, or common particles that we use is we have particle wa. Okay, this is not to be confused with the hiragana character wa. So this is ha in hiragana and this is wa, but this is particle wa. Okay, and also in our lesson 1, we have particle mo, right? And in our next lesson, that's particle ni. And our next lesson, the lesson 5 and 6, we have particle e and particle wo. So these are commonly expressed using hiragana. Okay. So limitation of hiragana, of course, the limitation is those foreign words that are borrowed from other countries, such as my name, which is Argel. So there's no direct translation of my name in hiragana because it's not non-native Japanese word. So it's not actually emanating or does not come from Japan. So I need to write it using katakana for the purpose. Now, some of you might be studying Hangul or Korean, so you will notice that Japanese language is much more complicated in terms of writing compared with the Hangul. So now, let's begin our lesson with our next video. Thank you.